here is a set of abandoned Rock Island tracks. I'm gonna pull in here. Well, supposedly, last time these tracks were used, this particular section, there is actually, up until recently, there is a set of tanker cars in storage right there. Before that, supposedly last time this was used was around 2002 to 2004 or 5, I believe. It is so peaceful out here. So the story goes that 1904, this line was originally laid down from St. Louis to Kansas City via the Rock Island. Well, if I got my facts right, and anyone watching this, they can fact check or let me know if I got anything wrong. So I'm also going to be pausing because there's people that go by here and I don't want them thinking I'm doing anything suspicious. Anyway, story goes is 1904 until 1979. 1979, Rock Island went bankrupt and got bought out and was basically gone by 1980. And from there on, St. Louis and Kansas City. Oh, crud, hang on. Alright, I gotta make this quick. That was a police officer asking what I was doing and if I was alright. So, anyway, by 1980, Rock Island was basically gone. So, from Kansas City to, I believe, Eldon, immediately ended. So, from Stover, I believe, to St. Louis. I believe Stover. This is the part where I'm not sure about. It resumed operation for local traffic only. But fast forward about a decade or so, 1996, the Central Midland bought out the line from Owensville to St. Louis. And before that, they were still operating under Southern Pacific when they bought them out in 91. So from Owensville to St. Louis in 1990, or until 1991, was operating under SP. And Central Midland was still using some SP locomotives well into 97. But from Owensville to Leslie, I believe, was last used around the late 90s. So by 2001, Beaufort was still being used for storage only, maybe even traffic, maybe even a local. And I think there was a video somewhere out there of cars getting pulled out of Beaufort in the 2000s. So by the mid-2000s, Kansas City to Beaufort was basically abandoned, gone. Most of this line now has been trailized. Rock Island Trail, it's in various splotches. Owensville was recently turned into a paved trail. Now, this is the remaining, well, I believe out back that way, is the remaining 52 miles from Union to St. Louis of the original Rock Island, now under Missouri Eastern, which started in 2021 when they bought out Central Midland. I don't want to walk too far in these tracks because there could be like ticks or bugs or heck even snakes, and I don't feel like getting bitten today. But I've been trying to find a date on these rails. I can't really find a date, and I'm not looking hard either because all that vegetation and especially all that down there. I might come out here in the winter whenever there's nothing out. But yeah, a little bit of Rock Island history that a lot of it seems to have been forgotten. And it's kind of sad. Well, this is Judith Springs Road, just outside of Union. Peace out. Here's another section of the abandoned Rock Island. This one's a little bit further out of Union on Edgewood Road, just about 5 miles outside of Union. This one, you could definitely tell it's been a whole lot longer since anything's been through. On this way is facing toward Union. A bunch of vegetation blocking the way. It really looks like a little tunnel almost. That's actually pretty cool. And got a bunch of scrap rail laying there. And then this is going toward Kansas City. These tracks basically just vanish. I mean, behind all that, that's the last remaining bit before all that takes over. Let's take a step back. Can you even see the rail? Right here, covered by all that gravel. One rail there, and just vanishes. It's kind of sad.